Hello everyone, it's Deborah again, and I am doing some book reviews of books that I have come across lately and have started adding to build a library for myself. I I like things that appear to be easy to understand, or are not appear, but are easy to understand. I don't like difficult. I believe in keeping it super simple, if at all possible. This particular book I really like. It has a wealth of information in it, and it's very easy to understand. And it has the sock architecture in it, which I think is extremely, extremely nice. They did a fabulous job. They did one that is cuffed down, and if you notice here, the toe, you know that it's the cuff down because it says bind off here. And then over on this one, we have a toe up because we are casting on here at the beginning of the toe. Knowing the sock architecture is extremely helpful in learning how to knit socks. When you're reading the pattern, if you know the schematics of a sock, you will be able to follow the pattern easier and not have those head scratching moments or tearing out your hair moments where you want to just take and rip your hair out, dig your eyeballs out, throw the needles and just scream and jump up and down and lose your religion and develop a vocabulary that you really don't want to have. So if you learn those things, these places on the sock, then you will know what they're talking about in the patterns. Now, they call this the gusset here. I have always heard of this as referred to as the instep area here. You have your foot and your instep because this is where the arch of your foot usually is, right in here. And then this area right in here is what they called, has always been referred to as the gusset. And that's where you do your picking up of stitches, so that the gusset is what it does is it gives you some extra room in here for the bending of your foot and the difference between the heel of your foot to the ankle bone on your foot. But anyhow, if you learn this terminology, it will definitely make reading patterns for sock knitting much, much easier on you. The other thing is they talk about gauge, negative ease, and ease, and they tell you all about the cuff, the leg, the heel, short rows, foot, and they have a lot of nice sock construction photographs of various socks and how they are knit from top down, and the different provisional cast on, a sideways garter cuff with a French heel and a short row toe. They have a picot cast on. They have just a host of different cast on, and they show you how to do it. So that's really, really nice. Then going over some pages, it'll show you the magic loop method. It shows you the various cuffs to work. Some very pretty cuffs. And it provides the graphs and the written out pattern for you. We have different types of heels and how to knit them. We have a French heel. We have a German chain selvage heel. We have an eyes of partridge heel. And then we have different heels for toe up or top down socks, which is nice. And they get into the toes as well. So the book has a wealth of information. It's over 100 pages long, It has some good references in the back. It has a stitch dictionary for those of us that work with charts at times, one time or another, instead of just written out. I tend to find that I enjoy the more I knit with charts, the better I like them. I find that if I put my work down and forget where I left off at, it's easier for me to find my place when using a chart than it is when I use a written out pattern. And I know that probably seems odd to those who have never used a chart before, but it really does. And I've heard other more experienced knitters make the same comment, and they are most definitely right. There's some various patterns in here, different stitch patterns that are very nice that they offer to you. And of course they have the abbreviations glossary, so we know what all those little 2-letter and 3-letter combinations mean. And there's charts in here for women's shoe sizes or sock sizes, and for men as well. So you always have a reference there. And they also have it for children. And then they do a stitches and repeats charts that they offer as well too. That is very interesting and really easy to catch on to once you take a look at it. So anyhow, this is the book. It is I don't know who the author is. It's Martingale. Create with Confidence. And it's Charlene Church and Beth Parrott. And they did a very nice job at putting this book together. Kudos to them. And it is very good with the expert advice, tips, and tricks. And it is very user-friendly. So if you come across it at a local bookstore or in any of the craft stores or in your local library, take time to sit down and take a look at it. It may just end up going home with you. All right, everyone. Have a great day.